All right, here we are. Finally in it for game one. I think we ended that last game 3:45 in the morning. Now it's 4:50.
Turn to ban.
I don't know, something like that. But it's a different series this time around. We had game coordinator issues and players unable to enter the lobby, casters unable to enter the lobby. Unfortunately, my co-caster was one of those casters who couldn't enter the lobby. So it has put me into a solo cast for hopefully just this game. But we'll get through it. I hope, for sure. Maybe not. Who knows? IG, Vici Gaming. We just saw Vici Gaming split a series, or not really just, but we recently saw Vici Gaming split a series with King Gaming.
5 seconds remaining.
And then IG. They've been looking decent recently. They, in terms of their group, are in the top. So they're 2-1. 2-1-0. So they split one, they won two. They won 2-0 against CDC, 2-0 to LFY, split against Vici Gaming Potential, who, since King Gaming got 3 points, are now in relegation. Group as of right now stands IG, LGD Forever Young, Vici Gaming, King Gaming, Vici Gaming Potential, and then CDEC for Group A. With this game for IG being their second to last series. So
10 seconds remaining.
So we get right into this draft as we take a look. Gyrocopter picked up by IG. No surprise. We've been seeing the Gyrocopter quite often, and honestly, it's been on and off. We saw it work for King Gaming recently, and then we saw it not work for King Gaming. It starts well. If it doesn't start well, it's not going to finish well. So it really does need a really good early game, and I kind of like the Shadow Shaman with it. That high base damage, the Shackles to help with the Rocket Barrage.
10 seconds remaining.
It's a good combination there. We'll see where the Sand King goes for IG. If that's going to be a position for Sand King, or if that's going to be a off-lane Sand King. But we'll definitely have to see. For Vici Gaming, they've got the Bat Rider and the Elder Titan. That's off-lane
Invictus
Bat Rider, 4-position Elder Titan. Now you got the Lifestealer picked up, so Lifestealer is, he's got the vehicle of the Bat Rider for the moment being. Elder Titan going to be there to set up AoE sleep. Hopefully set up for maybe a lasso later in the game when they can blink, lasso, and fest pop, which is a decent combination. The one thing that I always have to note about this is that Vici Gaming have already been invited. They don't have to win. And based on points right now, CDC could overtake them. They need 1 point to basically clinch not going into relegation. That's actually false. They need like 2 points. And once they can't go into relegation, whoever they're up against, the last expect them to win that series. It's just they're invited to MDL. They don't need to finish in the top of this this league right now. Top 3 go to MDL. They're already invited. It doesn't matter. For IG, it does matter. They're top of the group right now, and they're using bubble-style playoffs. So the higher you are in the group stage, the further you are in the playoffs. So top of the group seeds in the semis. Second and third seed in the quarters, and then 4 or 5 seed in the round of 8 or whatever. So Tidehunter picked up here for IG, seemingly putting Sand King in the off lane. Gyro could be safe, could be mid, it really depends. Shadow Shaman would be nice with him, setting up the Rocket Barrage, as well as just having that lockdown, as well as the Hex. We'll see what Vici Gaming want to do with their off lane and safe lane practically set. Batrider could be in the 4. And I wouldn't be all too surprised, honestly. Legion Commander getting banned out, as well as that Oracle. Take away that False Promise to purge the Lasso, as well as the Press the Attack. Still Abaddon available, but he doesn't really get picked up too much. So let's see what Vici Gaming want to do in terms of their 4th pick. In terms of position 5 heroes, you could go to the Rubik, could go to the Witch Doctor, who's available if they want to pick up the 5 before this last pick.
Invictus Gaming.
And they pick up the Lion. So Lion comes in here. Not exactly a hero for Lifestealer to jump in with, but with the Hex, with the stun, the burst damage of the finger, it is quite nice to help that Lifestealer out, get that burst damage, and then have the Lifestealer infest pop, rage, and slam away.
5 seconds remaining.
So now they need their mid laner, somebody who could get Lifestealer in. I would assume might be the Storm. But there is a significant amount of lockdown here for IG against the Storm. And as well as the Hex that comes through from Shadow Shaman. So Storm, although being one of the best drivers for a Lifestealer, it just does not, to me at least, seem like the best move. Leaving you with one option of the Batrider, who's your go-to for the Lifestealer.
Invictus Gaming's turn to
Devourer.
So they go to the OD Lion, Lifestealer, Batrider, Elder Titan, and for IG,
now select your heroes.
They go to the Phantom Lancer. So OD is going to be played by Ori. Fenrir is on the line. Paparazzi here for the Lifestealer. Lanham on the Elder Titan, leaving 11 in the offlane for Batrider. IG, it's aggressive on the Phantom Lancer, SRF in the offlane. Ty, Q on the Shadow Shaman, XSS on the Gyrocopter, Baboka on that 4-position Sand King. Interesting to note that XSS, I'm pretty sure, was the offlaner for IG back when they had Gaze of Death. Now he's moved from the offlane into the mid position, and he's kind of found himself here. He was a great offlaner beforehand, but he now plays, I would say, even better in the mid lane. He has really been proving himself the last couple of weeks, especially with Chinese Dota, to the point where if I were IG, I'd be quite proud. Because he's been on this team for quite some time. He's been able to adjust to adversity. And really has handled it
Prepare for battle.
quite well. So, we'll get into this game 1 right here. And let's see what they're able to do. In terms of laning phase right now, aggressive going to be in the safe lane, seemingly. Mid is going to be the Gyrocopter up against the OD. And then our SRF on the Tide will be in the off lane. It looks like the lanes are pretty standard for both sides. OD mid, Batrider off lane. Yeah, everything seems pretty standard, and Spirit Lance comes out. That'll force the Firefly. Baboka moving towards Lanham.
30 seconds to battle.
Let's see. Just No real aggression coming out just yet. Opportunity to do so is there for IG if they want to go into the Shadow Shaman as well as the Sand King. So we'll see what they're able to do, but he actually walks into a couple of these heroes.
The battle begins.
As over top, you take a look. Paparazzi trying to steal that rune. Doesn't steal it away from XSS. Fenrir will pick up the one over top, and it's 2 apiece. So that sets up for solo lane 11 against the tri-lane, where he might be in a little bit of trouble. He took Firefly level 1. That might help him get away, but in this safe lane, you're going to have Phantom Lancer with the Spirit Lance available, as well as the Shackles, Burrow Strike, but instead they find themselves the Elder Titan, who's got to watch out. The Shackles come through. If Baboka could get the body blocks, maybe they get the kill, but just don't have the damage as he TPs away, and Burrow Strike just coming off cooldown. So now they're going to move their attention over to 11. They're able to kill him off before he gets sticky napalm. They should be alright to just go in there, Burrow Strike, Shackle, Spirit Lance, go for the kill. Immediately playing it real safe. 11 is going to Firefly away. Another team with a kill just yet. A minute 21 in. Tidehunter a little bit low. Fenrir does have that stun available, but for right now, Paparazzi real focused on farming. Heading over mid will be the Elder Titan coming in, but second guesses that for now. Comes down the river, heads over mid the other way. Only has the Astral Spirit to play with, so what he's going to do is put it over these neutrals, get as much damage as he can, and when you Astral Spirit again, he's going to come in from behind and use that damage, and that extra damage for right now is going to be 36. So it's 89. It's a significant amount, nothing too crazy to write home about, but if they were to go pretty aggressively, they could get a bit of damage to come through onto IG. Actually, a spot SRF. There's the stun from Fenrir, and without Echo Stomp, he's able to TP back to base. Lifestealer doing pretty well. Sticking with this Phantom Lance. You take a look at Q. The Firefly comes out. Does have Sticky Napalm. Is level 3. So we'll see what they're able to do on Vici. Sometimes Bat Riders are pretty aggressive, but with the lineup that they're rolling, it doesn't seem like he really has the opportunity to do so. You get hit by the Burrow Strike Shackles, you're pretty much dead, and that can cause quite an issue, especially if you want a Bat Rider to get that quick blink, but for right now, XSS not really in much trouble. They actually look over with Baboka on Alanum. They go in a Burrow Strike, get him away from the creeps with the Rocket Barrage coming through. That's a lot of damage to handle, but for right now, -4 on the intelligence, or he hitting harder and harder. Again, this just leaves the bottom lane open to the Phantom Lancer, who really doesn't mind. He's just about to hit halfway through level 4, maybe get that level 5 in the next half minute or so. While 11, level 3, is about to hit level 4, but that's because he's over here by the neutrals. Take a look over at 11, just continue to get pushed back with the Spirit Lance. And it opens up this lane for Aggressive. SRF has blocked himself off into the jungle. Now Baboka here with the double damage. Let's see if he can come in onto this Bat Rider. 11 spots him up. Now he's got the Sticky Napalm on top of him. One stack at least for now. And into the TP out. We'll get the airway safely. But now the Echo Stomp comes through as well as the stun from Fenrir. They've got the Hex. They have the damage. They should have the kill. Fenrir gets first blood, but with Q coming around, they might be able to turn it on to 1 kill a trade. But unfortunately, IG just don't have the damage. After Shackles and Hex, there's nothing to follow it up. He doesn't even have Hex. It's just Shackles and Ether Shock.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Over on this Bat Rider bottom. Just sticking away for now. And oop. Paparazzi gets kill over top on SRF, who was jungling. Comes right back into lane. SRF only level 3. He was jungling for quite some time. Didn't really expect him to send himself back into the lane at that moment in time. It's 2-0, 1,000 net worth lead for the time being for the side of Vici Gaming. It's basically just on first blood, 1 kill, and how they're farming right now. Let's take a look over top again. Paparazzi already level 6. He's the only one to hit his ultimate at the moment, and 11 actually is getting quite there as well. Struggling at the moment is this Gyrocopter, 28 and 8. And you see him 200 net worth behind Ori, which can become a problem. Again, we've seen Gyrocopter succeed, but they have to be good early. Otherwise, they're just not able to turn it on. We have Baboka over here for the Burrow Strike, but immediate rotations come out. There's the Echo Stomp. Homie Miss is going to be thrown at Ori. We've got Fenrir here as well, so you can move in, but you're forced to back off very heavily. The silver lining at the moment for IG is the fact that they've got Aggressive here, who's just continuing to farm, going for that Diffusal Blade after picking up the kill as well as the Treads. Let's see. Has 11 threatening over, but not level 6 just yet. Maybe with this creep wave, he could hit level 6. Q coming around the bend, looking maybe to go in on 11, but he's backed off enough. Let's take a look over top. Paparazzi in deep under this tier 1 tower. Hitting away at SRF with the Rage and the open wounds. Getting down to about half health, and without that Rage, he won't be able to continue to move on forward. But over mid, this has become about a 3-on-2 the entire time. Nobody really looking to make too much happen in the moment. They've got Lanham sitting over mid. They're seeing if XSS will move up a little bit too far forward. Again, with that tier 1 close by, they can't really chase too far, and they do have a bit of damage, but just not enough to chase when he's close enough to his tower. Finally hits that level 6, and Lanham, after standing there for about 2 minutes, is giving up. Thinking about going over towards top because you've got to have full health SRF pre-level 6. I mean, you can slow down that Ravage being available for the side of IG. That really takes away from their team fight. Now they might be looking for the Echo Stomp as they go over in top. It's going to miss. In between is SRF, as meanwhile a double kill happens over mid. They're continuing to chase on SRF. With the TP coming over from Aggressive. Here's the chase on from Fenrir with the Doppelganger to start it up. Now Fenrir with a nice 2-man stun. Paparazzi coming in on the SRF. Maybe even going after Aggressive with the Phantom Rush all the way over. The Echo Stomp lands onto Aggressive. They've got 3 heroes here with the Hex coming through. But Boca on the sideline will get himself one. They look over Paparazzi, infesting into these creeps. Spirit Lance on forward to Lanham. They'll get a double kill here on Aggressive. But meanwhile, off camera as this chase continued on, that honestly need a little bit of cartoonish music to it. 2 other kills happen at the same time. Take a look. That was Ori getting XSS as well as Baboka.
I'll take your
Call down just used over top. Meanwhile, bottom, you take a look. SRF charged down again by Paparazzi, as well as 11 with Firefly. They've got Fenrir here just in case. Uses that anchor smash, but it's not going to be enough to stay alive. 3 heroes here over bottom, while Q and Aggressive are over top. Vici Gaming really making the rotations necessary to shut down the side of IG. Still up 1,000 net worth. Radiant's here for Lifestealer. An interesting build nonetheless. Then you take a look over at the OD going into that Hurricane Pike, possibly that Veil.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's top tower has fallen. Radiant's
That Rider level 8 about to hit this blink at about 12 minutes. He's going to be able to clean up a stack as well, has the gold for the blink anyway, and I said 12 minutes, he gets the gold immediately after taking that tower. Assumption wrong. They're able to take that tower uncontested. Now they've got the blink dagger for the blink lasso. We'll see what Vici are able to do to IG now that they have that blink lockdown initiation in 11.
Radiant are scanning. Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified.
Meanwhile, over top, Aggressive here with Q and SRF. They drop the Serpent Wards. Coming around from the back will be Lanham and Ori. TP's over to the tier 3 as well. Aggressive immediately going to TP away. They'll use these Serpent Wards just to continue to push. Aggressive down over bottom to continue farming. Has the Asha going for the Diffusal Blade next. 11 with the Infest Blink, looking to show off that Blink Dagger for the first time with the Lasso coming on through. They'll grab themselves the Shadow Shaman. They may look for more as you take a look on the side as Baboka needs the Burrow Strike to the low ground, and there it is. So he gets away for now, but they're looking for the Echo Stomp to lock him in, but Ori's already here. Sandstorm keeps him alive for a moment, but swept up 1, 2, 3 shot by Ori. And that is it for Baboka. So Vici continuing to just dominate in all these areas of the game at the moment. The Blink Dagger here on the Bat Rider, it helps them get a couple of kills, especially just debuting it, getting the lasso out on the Shadow Shaman, locking him down long enough, helps Paparazzi get a kill. Now 2-0-1, continuing towards that Sacred Relic. Really being contested in terms of farm. Meanwhile, the Gyrocopter still going for the drums. And oops, smoke gets broken. Blink away from 11 to the call down used. See if they look to fight. They send the Spirit Lance onto 11 as well as the homing missile. Flat Cannon doing quite a bit of damage coming through onto Ori behind this tier 2. They'll take the tier 1 and then they'll back off. He actually sends himself over top towards Paparazzi. The X comes through on the Phantom Lancer. Paparazzi now got to run away from Aggressive. Nobody else is here to really help him out, so if they were to turn, it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. Closer and closer to that Sacred Relic is Paparazzi. For now, IG is trying to sit back as far as they can and take a look at where XSS is in terms of farm. For right now, it's Aggressive on top of the net worth list, about to hit this Diffusal Blade, but the next 3 are all cores for the side of Vici. This Sacred Relic coming out in just a moment, then you take a look at the OD. Turning to 2-0 Talismans with the 4-staff going into the Hurricane Pike as well as the Treads. And then you take a look at the Bat Rider, already has that blink, and really, at that point for the next 5-10 minutes or so, doesn't really need much else, but he'll be able to pick up that 4-staff, and Vici with the Blink Dagger already are in quite a nice spot. They actually head over bottom towards Baboka. Once he comes out of that sandstorm, they're going to blink on over. That Ori will show himself, maybe forcing Baboka out of it, and that's immediately what he does, is go to the trees. So they use the Firefly 11, maybe looking for Baboka, but doesn't spot him as he gets back behind the tier 2. So Paparazzi does have enough for that Sacred Relic. Continuing to farm right now will be Oreo TP's over mid. So Sacred Relic picked up, and 900 gold away from this Radiance. Q, does he have a smoke on him? He does. They might be looking to smoke, but here comes the side of Vici with the blink into the lasso. They've got themselves the Tide Hunter. They'll stun him up as well. Throws the Ravage, immediately hitting on a 3. The Earth Splitter follows it up from Lanham, and nothing yet from the side of IG, but the Barrel Strike comes in onto OD. He's trying to get away, but Phantom Lancer is starting to overwhelm him. Aggressive's got enough to maybe make something happen, but now Paparazzi in the back line. Sanity's Eclipse is going to be dropped. Q's going to die off. Now they look over at Aggressive, stunned up one more time. Well, it is slept up. They've got the kill on Ori. They'll take out Paparazzi. IG gets 2 kills. And now it'll be a third on the Elder Titan. So they lose 3. IG get themselves 3 right back, only losing Q. They bring themselves right back into it, exchanging about 2,000 in terms of net worth. That helps Gyrocopter kind of bounce back a little bit. Meanwhile, Manta Style coming out next for the Phantom Lancer into the heart. If they use that, Ravage will be down for another minute and a half. But hopefully for the side of IG, by the time he gets to that point, he has at least that mech to work with where he can throw that Ravage again and sustain the rest of his team. Baboka looking for the Blink Dagger. He would desperately needs that for IG's own Blink initiation. It is. So now Baboka has himself that Blink Burrow Strike available to him, as well as the Epicenter. They're going to start with the Blink into the Epicenter with the Burrow Strike. Paparazzi forced to use that Rage, but Aggressive is here. Paparazzi in a bad way, but gets to the creep to infest onto it. They look over at 11. There's the infest out, and everything that was used over there is going to be worth nothing to them. Epicenter was on top of that Lifestealer Paparazzi, but they just don't get the kill.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
So, Lanham for right now. Let's take a look at what he's got. He's got the Soaring as well as the Tranquils. 11 here. Staff Blink Lasso, that's going to come through onto the Gyrocopter. They've got the Echo Stomp to line this up. They'll hit it. And now with Ori doing quite a bit of damage, he tries to run away, but 11 with the burn from the Firefly is enough to take XSS out. So 9-5 in favor of Vici, and they get one right on back, and that's going to be able to take out this Gyrocopter, and thanks to the help of Ori. Paparazzi into this Radiance, and the lead for Vici again looking quite nice. I know it's only a less than 1,000 net worth lead, but they do look quite strong at the moment, especially when they're able to play around these ultimates of IG.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
They smoke up. If they could find just one kill onto the Lifestealer, they'd be quite happy with that. SRF as well as Baboka and Q coming on over. I don't know if they have enough damage for this. As Paparazzi is over by these neutral creeps. There's the Ravage with the Burrow Strike. They don't have the kill just yet. Into the Rage with the open wounds. Q might be the trade here, but he just gets away for the time being. They might be able to get the kill on Fairman with Paparazzi coming over. One more shot will get him. SRF blinks forward, slams him down with the conch. And Paparazzi, however, is able to just walk away. So he's the goal target there, and unfortunately they weren't able to grab him. Instead, they have to settle for a silver medal here and getting the line. So, about to finish off this Manta style, and there it is. So now the heart is next. We'll see if he's able to live up. If he now has this Manta style against Vici, they've smoked up. They've got everything ready to go except for Infest, but that's used on 11 already. The only reason it's down, and they'll look over at aggressive. They'll find him in between these neutral creeps, and now they look over, but they think it's just 11. They continue on forward. Paparazzi using that range. Called out coming through on a couple of these heroes on the side of Vici. Vici looking to make a play here with the Earth Splitter hitting onto SRF. They'll get themselves at least one, but there's the Blake with the epicenters coming out on a couple of these heroes, but it's not going to be enough. Gyrocopter gets taken out. Paparazzi getting a little bit low. This is the Astro Imprisonment onto Ori. They'll take out Lanham. Sanity's Eclipse. That's going to drop down onto Aggressive. The damage is there, but he's not going to have enough as he's almost dead. Finally taken out by Aggressive. There's the Finger of Death coming out on a Q. They'll get the kill. Aggressive and Baboka are alive, but they're low. Doppelganger to the high ground. Baboka needs to get out. Doesn't even have enough mana for this Burrow Strike without the Soul Ring. It is going to be a 3 for 3. Touch in favor of IG. Somehow Aggressive survives all that. Makes him part of the Manta style, Doppelganger, and Diffusal Blade. And take up the OD as well as Paparazzi, and that was an aggressive play from Vici. That was with the Infest Blink and into the lasso, but unfortunately they weren't able to get the kill. Gyrocopter still with this Yasha going into the BKB next. But behind this Bat Rider, behind the OD more importantly, who's going to go for his BKB now, picking up this Hurricane Pike. Smoke here? Yep. Gyrocopter continuing to farm IG. They've got themselves an Invis rune to work with as well as this smoke. They'll find Fenrir. This should be an easy kill with a Burrow Strike, Ether Shock, and the aggressive damage coming in. And IG grab another one now. 10 to 12, but up a little bit under 1,000 net worth at the moment. Still have Ravage to play with. Blink Dagger available on the Tidehunter, getting close to that mech as well as the Guardian Greaves. Let's see if he's able to find a good Ravage, especially with a follow-up from Baboka or initiation from Baboka. Either way, he's able to find a couple of kills if they do hit one or the other, but would definitely get a couple of kills if they do hit both. And that's what they're looking for, especially with the pressure coming on with the Serpent Wards over mid. TP from SRF, they move on forward, maybe look for a target to use that Ravage on. Serpent Wards being cleaned up, Lanham cleaned up as well by XSS. Slowly picking up the pieces here, especially they just need Gyrocopter to do a little bit better in my opinion. He's able to make up a little bit of this farm that could look quite a bit better here for IG. We get the Solar Crest onto the Lifestealer, so he's good with this Radiant Solar Crest. Should be able to tear through some of these heroes. They just have to make the right space for Ori. So a little bit too deep in that last fight and was able to get taken out by the side of IG, who over bottom look over at Paparazzi as well as Fenrir. Got a couple of heroes coming in. Meanwhile, Bat Rider looking to come in as well for the side of Vici. Was heading bottom for just a moment.
I'll take your tribute.
There's the Infest into the Bat Rider. actually going to pop it not too soon after, as those are just the Phantom Lancer illusions, and they're not going to find anything over bottom. IG, they hit into the Roche pit. The scan's going to hit that from the side of Vici. They'll look for the Echo Stomp to start this off. Meanwhile, in the backlines, they've got the Bat Rider. No one's best to play with. The Echo Stomp lands. That's all in illusions. You take a look at the backlines as IG have backed off for just a moment. They'll look to re-engage onto this Roche pit if they do see Vici going back in. Vici especially not really wanting to take a fight in the Roche pit, knowing that Ravage epicenter could just be right down the corner. Blink Burrow Strike comes in. The stun from Fenrir as well as the Echo Stomp. They've got the Hex with the Serpent Wards. The finger comes out on a Baboka. It just doesn't do enough. You take a look at the backlines as Paparazzi as well as Ori are going away. Teams just disengage again. Interestingly enough. Enough money for the Reaver here, saving up for the rest of the heart. We take a look at Phantom Lancer continuing to just farm up so well, and Vici giving him that kind of time. Phantom Lancer did, of course, have that safe free farm over in the bottom lane, and Vici maybe regret it a little bit as this game goes a little bit further on. You take a look at 11 blink in with the last, so that's going to come through onto the Side Hunter, who's going to be hexed up as well. Can he get the Ravage off with the 4-step forward? But no, Ori's got the damage. The Echo Stomp comes through, but it's not even going to be needed. They'll get themselves one kill, and with that pickoff of this Side Hunter, they should be able to head it right into Roche if they wanted to, with no Ravage available for the side of IG, but that's not seemingly their plan.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Hex comes through and easily killed off a boat. And I say easily, and I misspeak. Baboka gets out. Meanwhile, mid, they'll get the kill on Q. Take a look back as Paparazzi gets the kill on Aggressive. XSS might be in a little bit of trouble, but he goes after 11 with the homing missile coming through as well as the rocket barrage. Continues on forward, but 11 not phased by this, and the rest of the team's coming in. And Baboka, he lived up top.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
That's the clear-cut caster's curse right there, when you say someone's dead definitively like that. Baboka had like 50 health left, but somehow was able to blink away. So they get the tier 1 over mid. As well as a couple of kills for the side of Vici. Take a 2,000 net worth lead. They take out Aggressive one more time. Or not one more time, for the first time. And he looks to have changed into a Scotty, not a Heart. Meanwhile, Aggressive looking to finish off that S and Y. Regenerate over top. Roshan's still available. Not taken out from either side. Paparazzi continuing to just farm up. I think he's picked up that Yasha now, and then we'll be looking for a possible smoke. And there it is. Smoke coming out. Let's see if they can take a fight. Off a fight, they should be able to go into the Roche pit. Both sides should realistically be able to go into the Roche pit. There's the blink forward, but it's going to be a Burrow Strike that's going to be hitting from Baboka. They've got the nice stun from Fenrir as well as the Finger of Death. But now, very deep in, is going to be Paparazzi. He's taken out first, and you look at the rest of the team as they've taken out 11. They'll take out Lanham. 3 dead on the side of Vici. Continue on forward to Fenrir as the homing missile is coming forward. The stun does hit, but that's not going to stop Q. Whoa, Baboka blink away from Fenrir. That's still the homing missile kill that they were coming for. So 4 dead on the side of Vici. The lead goes right back to IG. That is about a 3,700 net worth shift as they go right on into Roche. as the Aegis picked up on Aggressive. So 15 apiece, 1,000 net worth lead here for the side of IG.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
As we take a look at what the OD's got right now, going for the Shiva's Guard with the Blink Dagger BKB. That is, in fact, 10 seconds with the Hurricane Pike as well. Take a look at this Lifestealer. Going for the AC next, but we saw Paparazzi able to get taken out so quickly. Rules, Furlough Strike. With the Rocket Barrage, XSS will get the kill on a Fenrir. Take the lead in terms of kills, and Paparazzi just gonna miss that Tide Hunter. But IG playing it slow and IG playing it smart. They need the Gyrocopter to get a little bit more farm before he feels confident. Just in front of the Batrider now, and if he could get ahead of the OD, that would be a good spot for them to be in. Meanwhile, the backlines, they've got the Hex onto this Batrider. They're going to look for more with the Shackles, the call down. Double damage for Paparazzi, but he's coming into a really bad spot. The Eels is through from the Batrider with the blink away. He's able to survive. At least for now, the Flat Cannon hits. There's the homing missile, and now Aggressive going in real deep. The stun hits on it too, with a Ravage coming in onto everybody. That's going to hit a couple of the heroes on the side of Vici. They'll get themselves one in the Batrider who buys back immediately. Take a look over at Ori. Aggressive just trying to mad fire right now. Maybe against Paparazzi with the Finger of Death. That's going to come through, as well as the Infest in the Fenrir that gets him back to base. The lasso, but the Burrow Strike, that's going to keep him in place. They're not able to get the kill on a Gyrocopter. XSS is able to survive, and the Echo Stomp comes out on 3. Batrider with the dieback. The tower goes down over mid, and now all of a sudden, it's a 7,000 net worth lead for the side of IG. (18-15). They take a good fight there, taking out the Batrider twice. Aggressive does lose the Aegis, has enough for the Scotty going to the BKB next, and XSS going for the Butterfly. I think when those two items come through for the side of IG, they could just run down Vici. SRF is as well. He's got the Guardian Greaves, 40% XP gain, 40% XP gain, which is a crazy amount. And you take a look at Baboka. He's level 17, hitting 18 now with the Epicenter slow and the health, taking in those towns. OD falling behind and really hasn't exactly gained that much in terms of net worth recently. This Gyrocopter is more than caught up, is now ahead of the OD. This is a long way back from the Gyrocopter, who just struggled to find any farm early in this game, but with how successful IG have been recently, they're able to bring it back, open up the farm for the rest of their cores, and the Butterfly now picked up for this Gyro. Smoke again coming out from the side of IG. They could catch Ori, that could be huge. Blink away, Blink Burrow Strike from Baboka. The Force Staff is going to be out from Ori. He's still trying to run away with the Force Staff again into the Yules. They'll find the Burrow Strike next, but there's the BKB. I don't know if that's going to be enough. Aggressive continuing to move on forward from Ori. He TP, but that's too late. That is too late, sir. Aggressive gets the kill on Ori. That had to be an immediate TP away. Instead, thought about running. And Ori dead for 63 seconds with 0 buyback. 50 seconds on the sideline. They're going to be able to push here over bottom. They might be able to get a tier 3 as well, open up these shrines. They have postured up a couple of heroes here ready to go on, and by a couple I mean all 5. Rider on the side, ready to go, but the barrel strike smart from Baboka to go in on that. 11's going to be in a little bit of trouble. There's the Serpent Wards with the Ravage coming out on a bunch of these heroes. They'll take out his Elder Titan. Now they look over the Bat Rider's going to use that Yule's Paparazzi forced to go back with this rage. The stun comes out on a couple of heroes. A little bit of a Ravage there for the line, but it's not going to be enough. The Shackles come through. Paparazzi dead. Immediately buys back. Down goes Fenrir. He's going to be gone. 4 heroes gone for the side of Vici, and they'll have OD back up in just a moment. The buyback is there from the Lifestealer. But they are down to their last hopes here for the side of Vici. Take the mid-tier 3. The buyback comes out from the Lion. Paparazzi trying to move on forward. The Doppelganger comes through from Aggressive. Just doing too much is this Phantom Lancer SRF. Able to sustain him with the help of those Guardian Greaves, and they'll take on the mid-set racks as well. IG all of a sudden really pull ahead with a 22,000 net worth lead. Vici not seemingly having anywhere to go at this point. 23 to 15. Let's take a look again. Gyrocopter now in the Satanic, and probably go to the Divine Rapier afterwards, which has been the build for the Gyrocopter. Meanwhile, Phantom Lancer, he'll go for the Butterfly. Has enough for that Eagle Song, and will pick it up. Let's see, if there's anything IG can do. Lifestealer's fallen off immensely. He hasn't been able to be effective for the last 15 minutes. And you take a look over the OD. Just gets overwhelmed too easily, and after that last pick-off, Vici, without the OD for that long, we're so susceptible to getting got on by the rest of IG. Look over in Roche, at least 19 seconds. Look to go after the Shrine on the side of IG over up top. Vici.
Dire's top shrine has
Again,
fallen.
just seemingly no answers other than to sit and wait for IG to push in on them. Roshan is up. Let's see if they take a look. SRF blinks away to the Ancients, goes on past, and nobody takes a look.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
I'll take your tribute.
There it is. Q finally spots it. Haste is nearby. They should be able to just take this Roche easily. Unless Vici force a fight, they're probably just going to be waiting at their base, waiting for an Aegis and Cheese on the side of IG.
Dire are scanning.
So they do come around. They are smoked up. They've got the Infest on 11. That's going to be pop the smoke with the BKB pop, and the Burrow Strike coming in from Baboka. That's going to be hitting a couple of these heroes with the Serpent Wards placed down. You take a look. That's going to be 1, 2 dead. 11 as well as Fenrir are gone. He's taking out of the fight, but he's already dropped those Serpent Wards. You take a look at Ori with the Astro Imprisonment to keep himself alive. Epicenter charged up. Burrow Strike. That's going to hit onto this Lifestealer. They'll get the kill onto the OG. Now you take a look over to Paparazzi, who's trying to run away from Aggressive, but the Echo Stomp is going to slow him down, but they'll call GG anyway. Baboka coming in with the BKB Popeye lineup of the Force Staff, Burrow Strike, Paparazzi gone, so is Latham. Godlike spree, everybody gone on Vici, and IG will take game 1. So IG looking absolutely stellar there. Paparazzi 6-5-4, Fenrir 2-7-2. Just wasn't working for Vici past about the 20-minute mark. From there, IG took over 14-1 for Aggressive. XSS brought it all the way back in terms of his net worth 7-4-17. And most importantly, hitting some very good ravages as well as the Barrel Strikes as SRF and Baboka on those two heroes, Tidehunter and Sand King, and they looked good. IG, they win this game. They move on to 6 points in the Group A. And they're looking to take their 7th with their next game against Vici. So I'm your caster, Bcop, at Bcop92 on Twitter. We'll be back with the next game in just a moment. Stay right there, 1-0 in favor of IG again. And that is over Vici. So let's see what happens in Game 2. If Vici can bring it back to split the series, or if IG can win another one and then take the series 2-0.